Hello Libra, how you doing? Welcome to your energy tarot reading here on the Astroflower. Hope you're doing well. Energies at the moment, wow, a lot going, a lot starting to kick off actually. And I did say that in the energy update. This is what was going to be happening, and it was going to be kicking off on Thursday, and it did with this eruption that you can just see around there that was happening. That was an X flare. We will be going into the elements and how the elements are playing within your flower, according to the tarot reading that we're going to be doing today, and seeing how it sort of plays in that. We're going to be doing that a little bit later on. That was just that X flare that went off there. We're going to be doing that a little bit later on. But in the meantime, we're going to bring up the Astroflower. So let's just pull up the Astroflower out of space, as it were. So we can get some messages from the Astroflower and pull some tarot. So let's just see what's going on for you at the moment. Start of your new year. You're into your first part of your new year, and you should all be getting the energies coming back to you. You should be feeling a certain momentum within you, just from the energy, just for your own energy cycle from where you are born. Let's just see what's going on for the general energies here. Oh, there's a lot of excitement for the relationship side here. It seems like you're giving on every front, and it seems like the past seems to coming into alignment with your future. Everything seems to be falling into a line really for you at the moment, and it seems. I think it seems because it seems logical for you. I was talking to Tanya, who's also a Libran, and I've got lots of Librans around me in my life. And it's no surprise why you have the scales of justice as your sign, because judgment is really important for you about a situation, and sometimes that judgment can come out of ideas rather than actual facts. So it's sometimes what we think is what we believe to be true, and it's not. There's so many factors in life that alters that seed as it grows up, according to how much sunlight it gets, how much water it gets, how much earth it's got, how much oxygen it gets, according to all the elements. And it may play out differently to what originally thought at the beginning. And sometimes, it's difficult for Librans that it's like you tend to tie yourself to a mast. And sometimes that can be quite difficult for you, sort of adjusting for that. But once you realize that it's actually it's not the situation, it's how you go about making the decisions, so you don't get caught up in the other side of Libra, which is making those decisions. And it can be incredibly difficult for you sometimes. But once you realize how to make the decisions from within you, there's no going back, and there's nobody better. And this is, I think, this is what I feel out of this energy here. It's like it's really clear and logic for you. You're bringing those judgments, those quality judgments to your life, and being very serene about it. Very comfortable about it. It feels very, very comfortable. The energy that's flowing from within you into your relationship side of life, very, very comfortable. On your financial side, wow, I haven't seen this for some time. You've got your past and your future playing really strongly here, and it's like you're converting your past to your future. It may be an idea that you've been working on for some time that you might have got some success, but not ultimate success. And here it's like, this is it. It's now, someone's rung the bell and said, Libra, your time is ready. It's for you now. Where are you, Libra? Come on then, step up. Sort of scenario, and you're rising to the challenge. That's what I feel like within you. You're looking forward to the challenge of making a success in life. Not that you haven't been successful, it's not that, but just really taking it to the next sort of level, as it were. Let's just see what's going on here. There's a look at that. Let the sun shine. The other song I was singing, "The Sun Has Got His Hat On," hip 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 hooray. The other song I had as well on another sign was "You Got Let the Sun Shine," but on another one I had "Here Comes the Sun," and it's all of that. It's all of that. I think you've got this really beautiful vibration about you, very optimistic, which is not the biggest trait of Libra, got to be said. But it's an incredibly optimistic approach to life that you seem to be this week here is really playing for you, and that could well be have a lot to do with the elements that are going through you at the moment. I Justice card. I haven't even got the messages from your reading on your relationship side, but so for some reason it was stronger than me. I had to pull it, and I think this is here on your karmic path. I think it's on your relationship side. It is you. You're getting this whole judgment thing. This is what I was talking about. The two scales, the scales of justice, and it's you're turning that justice card. If I turn it up this way, it looks a bit sort of because that's the judgment is upon you, but it's not. The judgment is not upon you at the moment. The judgment is upon the world around you, and it's almost as if like it's like an attitude that you're sort of saying, okay, world, I've put my 2 cents in. Come on, world, you got to put your 2 cents in now. Sort of attitudes. It's a really beautiful attitude. Let's just see what we get in the way of messages for the rest of it, okay? On your connection to the universe, you're opening up a new chapter of socializing. I think you're expressing socializing, connecting with people in a different way than what you have been in the past, and it's not so trepid. It's not so daunting. Trepidous. I'm trying to think of another word that I can't get my word out. But anyway, you'll probably know it, and if you do, put it in the comments. But it's a little bit daunting sometimes for you, connecting with people, talking with people, and stuff like that. But here it just seems really, really nice, and I think it comes from that flowing, beautiful energy that is within you, and your past plays into it in a beautiful way as well. It's almost as like your past year has stead testament to who you are, and it's almost as if to sort of say, I get this feeling and sort of kind of saying I'm proud of what I've been through. I can't say it's been easy, but I'm proud that I've come through it all and everything like that, and I'm proud of who I am, and I think you should be. In your future self, there is a decision about the past. There seems to be this whole sort of position that you've taken in the past, or this feeling at one with your past, one with your past, is feeding your future. And this is like the whole attitude of kind of going, I'll put my 2 cents in now, and come on, the rest of the world, I want you to put it in as well. And that's there's a lot of passion that comes out of it, by the way, that's connected to the past. So this could be someone that you've known in the past or you've been with for some time, and all of a sudden the passion kicks in a completely different way. And it feels a lot more solid, a lot more secure, a lot more engaged, not only by you, but by your partner as well, or future partner. And could well be it. If you're looking for a partner at the moment, it seems like this is a really good thing. And it's because you feel comfortable about it. That's what I think, and that's what I feel. And it's like because you feel comfortable about what you've been through, you're very comfortable about putting it out there. The lessons that come out of this week here, it's almost this is what I mean about making decisions. Once you realise the way in which you make your decisions and how can work for you in making decisions quite quickly, quite serenely, but without putting all your eggs in one basket with that decision, leaving space for the world as well to come in and modify slightly the situation. I think you're going to feel a lot more comfortable and a lot more control over the situation. On the connection to the universe, now I didn't see that coming. 3 of Swords here. I think you're putting your inner judgment, your inner vibration to the test, and it's like there's there may be a case of some relationships that are around you that haven't stood the test of your change or your time, and it could be a bit of a painful experience in regards of realizing maybe that some people don't want you to change or don't want you to evolve. And that could be, I think I get more disappointment than anything else off of that card. I don't get like a major sort of separation sort of thing going on. And I get it much more in a sort of sociable manner rather than a one-to-one thing. Let's just say about the past. Yeah, this is all about socializing here on this side here. You get two threes that are going on here. And looking at the energies at the moment, I can understand the whole sort of direction is changing for you and opening up a new way of doing things according to having relationships that you feel comfortable about. This is what I mean about this here. This is what this is about. This is the new you, and the new you is sort of like coming out of your own experiences. And I'm not sure that everybody is on board with that, and that may cause you a bit of pain. But I think it's very insequential. I don't think it goes profoundly. I just think it's more of disappointment than anything else. Okay, and in your future self, look at that. You get the Four of Wands. Yeah, I think you're moving from a difficult connection with the world around you into something that is so much more in line with who you are and your happiness. This is the coming together of two plans, your plan and the plan of another person. As I said, I think these two here are really well connected. Could be how you socialize, how you engage in life, how you get out there and get involved. But it's a real sort of celebration. It's often regarded as a marriage card as well. So after difficult times, it's you're opening up your connection to the world around you in a really, really beautiful way. And it's very, very secure. The lesson that comes out of this week here is about planting seeds for your own future. And you're choosing which seeds to plant here by the looks of things, especially in accordance to what you've been through in the past and the relationships that are around you that need to be reassessed, but not in a bad way. That I don't get any sort of like hostilities coming off of all of this. I just think here is that more of a disappointment with maybe one or two people around you, could be friends, could be family, that don't necessarily didn't get the memo or the email of the new you. And that could be causing you a bit of disappointment or pain or something like that. But as I said, I think it's really minor to what is coming in your future and where you're going to, and the energy that you're putting out there is a lot more beautiful. Okay, let's just have a look at what's going on the financial sort of side. On the karmic path, its karmic path is paid into that. I think the happier you are in what you do, the clearer the direction you will have. And I think if you're not enjoying what you're doing, then you need to readjust that. But I don't think it's that. I think it's more of a case that you're recognizing, and your karmic path is almost setting things up where it's driven by your inner happiness, your engagement in something that finally it's really sort of paying off, as it were. In your connection to, this is like networking, sort of coincidences, synchronicities that are around you. What's sort of going on there? There's communication. There's a lot of communication. You're very good at communicating here. And this is not necessarily communicating orally. This is also communicating with writing an email or signing a contract or writing a book. It could well be. It could well be connected to someone that you kind of like write a book with or something like that, or that they encourage you to write a book, or but there seems to be something to do with communication and writing, like a pen and so forth, in the connections that are around you. It's really opening up a real vista of possibilities, maybe even too many in a way. But if you concentrate on where you've come from to where you're going, I think it's going to really work in your favor. And in your past self is now playing into this. It's almost as it says, saying after, it's like the Ten of Cups. After difficulty comes happiness. And that's what it's recognizing here, that it may have been very difficult to get the job that you want to get. You might have had to do a lot of work for it, or doing your business. You've done, opened your business maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and it might be really difficult. And, it's the first 3 years are really difficult. And then once you get past the first 3 years, it gets a lot easier and you get a lot more results and so forth. And in your future self, there's a definite solidness about it. It's playing very much on the conversion between the past and the future. And there's a particular reason for this. And I think this will these settling at home. And I think these two here, we're talking about Wednesday and Thursday next week, where there's going to be a realization kind of going, do you know what? I think it's now possible. That's the sort of sensation I get for it. And once the door is open, you're going to go for it. or you should be going for it. What's the lessons that come out of this week here? I said here, it's like I put my 2 cents in. Then on the relationship side, I put my 2 cents in life. Come on, you got to put your 2 cents in now. Here, I think life is the lessons are almost sort of saying, kind of going, go on then, put your 2 cents in. it's almost like reversing the vibe, and I think it's cheeky enough for you to turn around and kind of go, all right then, okay, I will. And it's almost as if like the lessons are taunting you, almost sort of like challenging you, sort of like defying you, sort of kind of going, go on then, you're gonna, it's a, real sort of challenge for you. Really, really good energies. On your karmic path here, yes, there is, out of all of these possibilities, there is something that seems to be coming forward into your life that is unavoidable, that is going to bring you that happiness and that success within your life. Plays really, really well. It's on your karmic path to get this success. There, it's like, yeah, there doesn't seem to be any other way around it. With the communication of the outside world, this is flamboyant. On your connection to the communication of the pen and the book and everything like that, you get the Ace of Wands, out with the old and in with the new, a very passionate pursuit coming into your life through connections with people around you. And this was what could be driving that sort of idea from the past that's going to drive success into your future. In your past, yes, it may have been a lot of decision making. As you start a business, it's learning all the sort of ironing out all the problems in the first year, 2 years, 3 years. And it seems to have been done here. You seem to have made all the decisions that you need to have made in the past in order for this success to happen. This is why I think on this day here, it's unavoidable, your success. It's really unavoidable. Let's see what's going on in the future here for you. No more doubt. That's that line in the background. There's no more doubt in you. I think once this thing comes in here, especially with this sun card here as well, this happiness that is driving your career path is making you feel so powerful. Absolutely beautiful energies for you in the financial side of life. I would really, and this is where, because it's building up so much inside you, I think this is where the lessons are kind of going, go on then, put your 2 cents worth in, sort of scenario. And it will pay you. You put in $1, I reckon you're going to get 6 back. Ultimate success on this pathway here. Ultimate success for you, really, on your financial side. And it really is down to you. And you probably got to give yourself a bit of a pat on the back here to sort of say, I've done incredibly well. Let's just go in to see what's happening on the elements here, because I think there's a real changing point between the 2 of Swords and the 3 of Swords that we've seen on your financial side and on your relationship side in this coming week according to the elements. So let's just bring up the sun. So here we have the sun, and this is where all our local energies come from the earth. The earth is nothing without the sun. We are nothing without the earth. We need its magnetic fields, and this is the energy that comes through us. So we're looking at the source of the energies that is coming through your aura and your chakra system. We were talking about it in the energy update. If you haven't seen it, please do go and see it. It does give you a good heads up. We were talking about these dark patches here, which we call coronal holes, which are all about earth energy. And they, along with these filament energies, which you can see here, that goes through here, a lot of them coming around here, on the sun at the moment, that is also water energy, and those have been the factors that have been changing what would be normally at the moment a highly air charged energy of the earth. So there's a lot of mental energy going on at the moment. And during this week here, and I did say it on the energy update that the sun would come back in. This is what the whole, here comes the sun, and it's playing so beautifully for you at the moment. We've had some eruptions that I said was going to happen on Thursday, and on Friday. I think there's another eruption, which this is the first one that comes off here. This happened on Thursday. We can just see around about this sort of section here. I showed you at the beginning as well, as it kicked off. There it is going off there. That's going to bring in fire into the system, but not yet. It's still building the air with both of those X flares. So let's just have a quick look at that. That's that first one that comes through. That came through yesterday. It's already gone past us. And what happens is if you imagine that's the Earth and the energy is going past it, and as these two magnetic fields interact, it creates that static electricity, very much like when you take a balloon and you ride it on your head and you can stick it to the wall. It creates that air energy, that magnetic air energy that's playing in the system. And that first one that went off, that was really not in the direction of the Earth. So it didn't really interfere too much, but it created a lot of air energy. And then we had the second one, which came off of the same sunspot. And I think there it goes there, in the same situation, I think it's going to be a little bit more intense, the air energy, ideas, mental energy, and that's going to progress right through to Wednesday. And then from Wednesday and Thursday, I think that sunspot there, which gives us that second X flare, I think that's going to come round and be facing Earth as it comes round. As it faces Earth, then we're going to get the injection of fire. Now, fire, when you combine fire and oxygen, what happens? And this is where I think you're going to take off. And this is where I think these Three of Swords and the Two of Swords are going to become insignificant to you in the past as we go forward. So let's just see how that plays out with your energies and on the Astroflower and your elements on your Astroflower. You are a pure air sign, along with Virgo, Pisces, and Aries. And you have this cardinal air that goes around you. So you're always taking a direction mentally. You're going off in a direction. But what you'll see is as well, there is actually quite a lot of air within you as well. So you've got air and earth, air and earth, air and earth, air and water. And so we're looking at air and water and earth. So it's all happening here in this section here. It's all happening here. But it's transpiring into the water, earth and water crossing point at the top, which is mixed into the air. So what's mirroring is what the intention that you put into the world. And I did do the energy update was called Preparing for Manifestation Season. I don't like the word manifestation, really. It's a bit of an annoying thing, really, to be honest. But I do understand it as a concept and what have you, and I'm totally up for it. But you've got to take into account the rest of the world. And this is where you're converting all of this energy from your karmic path and your connection to the universe into your here and now. And I think that's where the most of the story is coming out of. Where it's going to change in the week is this two fires here. And that's what's going to ignite this future section up here. So let's just pull a few cards on what can be seen as the messages from the vibration that's coming in for you. I'm actually going to sort of pull a lot more cards than what I would normally pull because it's you. I want to find out a bit more about this Three of Swords. Okay, let's find out about how the energies can help us with that. Out with the old and in with the new. I think I pretty much covered it, actually. I think there's certain relationships around you that just don't give you the good stuff. You've now got the Ace of Wands twice on your reading. Here it's out with the old and in with the new. And I think you're driving this with your Justice card more than anything else. And let's just see with that Justice card. Yeah, you get the Knight of Wands going off on a really good mission. You've got two knights on this side now. And I think that's tied into this card here. A real celebration of your social connections with the world that is around you. Really, really beautiful. And it's just got to realise that you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. So don't try and be. Be the best example to the people who you really care about. Because they probably really care about you. And those who don't, I think you're going to see very clearly this week. On your financial side, you get the Four of Swords, which we got over here with the fixed air and the fixed air and fixed earth. Celebrations. I don't know where that came up from. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I can't control these sort of things. But that's I think, like when you do a thumbs up and stuff like that. Way, I don't know. It's not doing it now. But anyway, celebration. I think this is healing from that Two of Swords, where you've made all the decisions in the past and you're getting the good results, and it's making you feel a lot more at one and at home with yourself more than anything else. And with the Ace of Wands, you get the King of Pentacles. Beautiful energy going on here. You've got two kings going up this side here. You've got at least one queen at the moment. But this is about sort of new, passionate, getting something old, out with the old and in with the new, but connections with the world around you that actually brings you. The funny thing is normally on the other set of cards, the King of Pentacles has got loads of books behind them. And I think this is all about that, communicating your understanding, writing a book, communicating through emails, could be posts on social media and stuff like that. I think that's going to, it's going to open a lot of doors for you, a lot of doors for you. Let's just see what's going on this crossing point that we got at the top here between the fixed water and the mutable earth energies that's going on. You get the Devil card on your on the fixed water. So the Devil's in the detail. Is the energy trying to trick you? No, I think the energy is more sort of trying to help you to see clearly about that in an everyday scenario, about which relationships, which people around you that are evolving with you and what aren't. And, and I think you're going to realize it. I think it's a very good thing for you. A very, very good thing for you. Out in the other side of it, or the other flip side of it, the energy that's coming through on the relationship side here, is what seemed impossible in the past will now become possible, or someone is thinking about you enormously, or you're thinking about them enormously. Whatever it is, I got a funny feeling it's both of you. You're thinking, it could be a Capricorn, of course, with the Devil card there. But I think that's what the energy is going to show you. And it's going to make you feel so much more confident about love, about your future, about connecting, about being relaxed about it all. Okay, let's see what goes on in your financial sort of side. You get the Hangman, seeing things in a different way. I think this success is going to make you see things in a different way. And it's going to make you see things under the idea of kind of going, normally, this Hangman, look at him, he's got the sunshine behind his head. Because that's what you've got coming through you. And I think what you're doing is you're seeing things in a different way of actually sort of kind of going, the more happiness and joy and excitement I put into this opportunity for you, this transformation for you, the better you get out of it, the more you get out of it. Bah! Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I think this is ultimate success for you on your financial side. Really good success for you on your financial side. Beautiful dream coming true. There you go, Libra. Thanking you very much for being here with us. Don't forget about the energy updates that we put out on this channel. It really does help out to understand what's going on in the vibration around you. Yeah, I will see you there for that. Thanking you very much for all the support that you give to this channel through the YouTube system by subscribing, commenting, and whatever it is, sharing, loving. It's all beautiful. Yes, I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.